Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to be participating in the BookTubeAthon Readathon this year. I did it last year and had a lot of fun with it, and this year, since I am on vacation, I'm going to have a lot more time to read, so I'm really looking forward to knocking out several books out of my TBR. So for this readathon, there are 7 challenges, and you can combine any 2 challenges per book. I think last year there wasn't any limit. You could kind of tie a whole bunch of challenges to one book, but they're kind of limiting it to 2. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with my TBR and show you the books that I've chosen. The first challenge is to choose a book with pictures in it, and for that I chose Teacher's Pest, number 3 in the Tales of the Lovecraft Middle School by Charles Gilman. Absolutely super cool cover there. It's a middle grade book, and there are several illustrations throughout the book. The second challenge is to start and finish a series, and I tried to look for something that was fairly small. It seems like for the most part I was already in the middle of series, so the only one I could kind of come up with was a duology, and that is by Carolyn McCullough. It is Once a Witch and Always a Witch, and they're both fairly thin books, kind of YA paranormal, and yeah, I think I'll be able to get through these. I certainly hope so. The next challenge is a book with red on the cover, and for that I'm doubling up that challenge with Teacher's Pest. As you can see, there's definitely red on the cover. Now, the fourth challenge is read a book that someone else picks out for you, and for that I just tweeted Charlie over at Duvet Day Devours. I showed her a stack of books, this little stack here, and I asked her to pick out one of the books in the stack, and she chose The Small Hand, a ghost story by Susan Hill. Thank you, Charlie, because that's like one of the books in that pile that has the fewest amount of pages. And she definitely recommends this one. Susan Hill, of course, is the author of The Woman in Black. Great little ghost story, so I'm looking forward to reading it, and it should be fairly quick, being such a small book as well. Even the text going across, there's not a whole lot there, so yeah, that should be a fairly quick read. The next challenge is a book from a genre that you read the least of this year. For that, it would have to be classics. So looking through my collection, I kind of tried to choose one that wasn't too large, and I went with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. This particular book has other short stories in it. I won't be reading those. I'll just be reading the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde story, which is about 70 pages worth of the book. The next challenge is a book-to-movie adaptation. Read the book and then watch the movie. Again, I didn't want to delve into The Book Thief because that's a fairly large book, and I didn't want to just rush my way through it. So I tried to go with something that I kind of had a copy of, and I went with The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. So I've already got like 3 horror books in this TBR. It's kind of interesting. Again, a very thin book. And I've been wanting to read this for some time, and I have actually one movie adaptation of it already that I own, and that is The Haunting, starring Liam Neeson. I forget what year this came out exactly, but I've heard a lot of people kind of pan on this movie. I actually liked the movie, but I believe in terms of as a really good adaptation, it doesn't quite follow the theme other than some of the names and the general spookiness of the house. I think a lot of the plot has been twisted in this particular movie, but that's all I have right now. I was trying to find the original movie adaptation, which is back in the 60s, I think that came out. I did see it once long ago, but I was hoping to find it online, and I couldn't quite track down a free copy of it, so yeah, I'll be going with that one for now. And the last challenge, the 7th challenge, is to read a total of 7 books. So to make up this total quantity, I'm going to be reading Monument 14, Savage Drift. This is book 3 in the series. I'm currently nearing the end of book 2, and I've wanted to marathon it, so I've decided to throw number 3 into this TBR, and that will make my total 7 books for the challenge. So hopefully if I can get through all this, I will complete all of the challenges. There are going to be Twitter sprints. I don't know that I'll even participate in those. Usually it's like trying to go online and follow that stuff. It takes away from the time I'm reading, and it's more distracting actually. Unless I need some motivation, I probably won't. The only time I'll go on Twitter is just to kind of give you guys updates if you want to follow. And I think there's also some video challenges. I don't know that I'll do those because they seem like they'd be fairly short. I think what I'll probably do in terms of videos on this channel will just be maybe every other day or some kind of updates as to where I'm at. So you can either follow that on Twitter or on this channel. So yeah, let me know down below if you guys are going to be participating in the BookTubeAthon Readathon. And if you have posted a TBR, let me know and I'll go check it out. So wish me luck. I'm going to be doing a lot of reading this week. So thanks, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.